Third is a need sign stimulus for release. All fixed action pattern, they need a characteristic feature of instinct FAP is that they are elicited by simple but specific stimuli. For example, we have seen in the grey-leg goose the egg rolling out of the nest. So when the egg rolls out of the nest, this is the stimulus, which are known as sign stimulus. Innate complex behavior patterns can, as a rule, show two components that are clearly distinguishable. One is stereotype consummatory action, which we called as FAP. Stereotyped, that's why FAP. While the other is made up of a longer, more variable sequence of movement that lead to consummatory action. This second component is called as the appetitive or the searching behavior. So the one is the stereotype consummatory action, and the second is appetitive or the searching behavior. By definition, the searching behavior or the appetitive behavior is defined. It is a behavior for a situation that contains a stimulus that could release the consummatory behavior. See, it is a behavior for a situation that contains a stimulus that could release the consummatory behavior. Eckert has 1962 pointed out that appetitive behavior may be characterized in two ways. First, locomotion, that is a motor pattern, and second, an orientation towards the goal or stimuli to which the animal is receptive, that is smell or sight of food, water, or of a prospective meat. Most of the instincts, the first type of behavior, consummatory action, are initiated by searching or appetitive behavior. By searching or appetitive behavior, instincts are invariant, whereas appetitive behavior is variable. That is, appetitive behavior is terminated by the appearance of food. That is, when the sign stimulus appear, the appetitive behavior will terminate, and then starts FAP or the stereotyped eating pattern. A dog may spend hours in the search of a mate during mating season, which shall cease after copulation. Here the act of mating is an example of instinct, but the searching for the goal, that is mate, is appetitive behavior. Both the actions, that is the instinct and the appetitive behavior, are dependent on the level of motivation for that particular behavior. When a dog is hungry, the motivational level, urge, drive increases for. When a dog is hungry, the motivational level, urge, drives increases for eating. That it starts showing searching behavior. After eating the food, it starts indulging in the consummatory action, that is eats food. By this time, the motivational level of hunger starts going down, and when the animal has eaten its full meal, the motivational level for that particular behavior gets to almost zero, and that stops both consummatory and the appetitive behavior. Transfer of behavior through genes has great significance in the survival of species. See, this is very important. The transfer of behavior through genes has great significance in the survival of species, that it has evolutionary phylogenetic value. Firstly, there are behavioral acts like feeding, drinking, mating, which form essential part in an organism's life. They save time and energy. If such vital traits are transferred through genes. Secondly, some organisms have a very short lifespan and they never get enough time and opportunity to watch conspecifics. In such an eventuality, their life's processes depend only on the inherited traits. This is very important, that their life depends only on the inherited traits because they cannot learn. They do not have the time to learn by watching the conspecific. Animals are born with certain behavior pre-wired in their nervous system as part of its inherited structure. Honeybees inherited the ability to form wings and wing muscles for flight towards flower to seek nectar and pollen. Such responses are called instinctive. The classical instinct pattern can be explained by the following example. A young weaver bird manages to acquire a mate and is in the process of building its nest. The bird first finds nesting material, long grass, and then proceeds to weave them together in almost complex fashion. It manages to tie knot in each piece of grass and pulls it tight so that the grass blades forms a spacious nest. It then searches the area for twigs and soft grasses to make the floor of the nest, and on this cushion it deposits the egg. See, it's such a complex behavior, but the interesting thing is the weaver bird has never witnessed nest building by older birds, and it has no previous experience in such a task. But on its first try, it builds a nest. The logical explanation is that this behavior is transmitted through genes from the parents. That behavior is transmitted through genes from the parents. So this is important. Among animals, there are many such instances of elaborate behavior that are found throughout a species and are not acquired through previous experience or learning. Now the important question is how in fact we can recognize an instinctive pattern. This is important. When a bird such as a white throat or a garden warbler is hand reared from the egg in a soundproof room, acoustic isolation, in due course of time, it will produce the perfect elaborate song of its own species. Then we can say quite definitely that there were no chances of learning, and the behavior pattern was innate, instinctive, in the sense that it was coded genetically to work through central nervous system at the appropriate time by the appropriate stimulus. So this stimulus is very important in the fixed action pattern. So just to review what we studied in this FAP part 3, we studied properties of FAP, that there are 3 properties. First is the constancy or the stereotype. Second, that it is resistant to phylogenetic changes. And third, it needs sign stimulus for the release. And then we saw the constancy or stereotype, that fixed action pattern is similar for all individuals of a species. Then it is resistant to phylogenetic changes, and it shows that it has evolutionary value also, that fixed action pattern are related to evolution. Since they haven't changed, it means they give an evolutionary advantage to the organism in which they are present, and we have seen example of the long tail and the short tailed monkeys. Then the very important thing was the need of sign stimulus for the release, and in this we studied that FAP has 2 components. One is the stereotype consummate reaction, and the second, the more variable sequence of movement that leads to the consummate reaction. We call it as appetitive or the searching behavior. And we saw various examples. For example, a dog searching for food. So during the searching of the food, the first part will occur. The first part is the appetitive or the searching behavior, and once it has searched, when the food has appeared in front, then FAP will start. So these are the important thing. And then we studied how in fact we can recognize an instinctive pattern by Kaspar Hauser's. See, we will grow any organism, rear any organism in isolation, and then we'll see if that pattern occurs, then it means that the organism was having this pre-wired into the central nervous system. Thanks.